You didn't need so much then.
No.
You needed a pair of shorts and a surfboard, whatever, and you were away, weren't you?
Yeah.
And that was in the winter, I remember.
Yeah,
Without,
right.
without
T-shirt,
Yeah,
t-shirt
cut-off shorts and a T-shirt all through the winter.
yeah.
I had a shock when I came to Wales how cold the water was.
Yeah.
Living in Cornwall.
Yeah.
I never worn a long sleeve suit
Yeah.
till I came to Wales.
Well, we were in South Africa, Dave, before that.
In 66, 65 and 66.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
we didn't have the wetsuits until the late 60s anyway. 68, something like that, I think. Well, I started surfing in the winter in 67 with a typhoon diving jacket top.
Yeah.
Before that, it was a pair of shorts and neoprene wrapped around my knees to stop the holes getting any bigger.
You were poorer than us, see. We had suits in 63, 62.
This reminds me of that Hovis ad.
Yeah.
When I was a lad, we used to, and we'd go out,
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
We used to
Hey,
have-
Dave, I think I fished this out a couple of weeks ago when you weren't here. Look what I found.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
I got a new one of them.
Yeah, I think Con did you a friend. But
I got a new one of them.
This is my original, this is.
Yeah.
You
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, with the round, yeah.
I must dig out my old I've got that Cornish and Open one somewhere, and the Welsh and Open, yellow with red stuff on it. Didn't John Goss do the artwork for those?
Yeah.
I got all the artwork for it, and I was talking to Gossie, and he gave me permission to use it all as well. And it was him and Viv Gans, wasn't it? Viv did the badge, did he? I can't remember really. But Gossie did the artwork for the 69 Welsh. The 69, yeah.
Yeah. I just arrived then.
That's
Hey,
right.
Dave, do you remember you made a board called Baron Surfboards?
Yeah, I remember those, yeah.
Yeah, was that your make, or because I remember you made
No,
one.
they were South African,
Right?
and I worked for them in Durban.
Because I think you must have made a board and put the decal on it. Because I remember my brother bought it off you.
Yeah, probably. Yeah,
Yeah. See, I suppose you weren't really meant to do that.
not really. No.
We don't. In the
But I've still got my Baron.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Oh, I wish I still had that board that you sold my brother. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, well,
My first Bilbo board is the one that you used, Dave, for the Petticoat magazine down in UK.
That's right. Yeah.
Advert, yeah. Well, I asked you years later, what was that rubber tip? I never ordered that with Rod Stairs on it. And you told me it fell off the car and
Yeah.
going down the beach.
Yeah. Oh, there's lots of things like that going on.
Yeah, it was a good board, that.
Yeah.
Nose rider.
But no, the Baron is still there. It's the trouble is they weigh a ton.
yeah.
Yeah.
Is it full of water?
No,
No.
Still, no. I reglossed it about 10 years ago.
Oh, great.
Hey, get us a photo of it, Dave. Front and back.
Yeah, would yeah.
Love one.
I'll do that.
Great. Put in the archives of Langland.
Yeah.
I started 64 with surfing with those 11-foot marine ply boards with the rubber bunging, you know. I had to take out the rubber bung every time we came out to empty the water.
Yeah. Well, we had those in Newquay until the South Africans bought boards
Yeah.
over, and Bill Bailey and the crew started making them.
We used them for paddleboarding with the lifeguards. They were good.
Yeah.
Were you involved with the first
Stand up,
boards then,
come straight
Dave?
in. Sorry?
Dave, were you involved with the first boards that they made then?
Yeah, I worked. Bill Bailey and myself were making boards in the garage in Port Sands Flats.
Sorry, can I ask you, but other people probably know this, how did you get started on boards then?
Bill was an engineer for the RAF, a design guy, you know, and he was all into. He saw some surfing stuff from American airmen that were going to St Morgan, and he started to make. You know, he wanted to make. He got foam blown up in Baxendales, up in Yorkshire, and made a couple of boards. The main boards then, the idea came that these two South African guys brought them to the Surf Life Saving Championships when they had the Worlds there, and they made moulds from the two boards, and then Bill started to shape boards and grasp them the normal manner then. But the first one,
just from the seat of his pants then, really? He didn't have any...
Oh yeah, no, and he kept in touch with this guy who surfed that was in the forces, and he kept sending him stuff across.
Right.
From the States. He started getting glass. He'd send him a roll of glass, and he sent over Walker foam. Sent them over a couple of foam blanks, and they made up some boards originally, and then he started blowing. He was talking to Walker, and they were supplying him with materials to blow the foam.
Right. So I presume materials were hard to get hold of then, were they?
Yeah, you couldn't get. You could buy the stuff from Baxendales, which was a polyurethane, but it was a free blown.
Yeah.
It wasn't blown under a mould, from a mould, so it wasn't compressed.
Right.
Of course, it soaked up the water if you got a leak. You know, it just soaked up the water.
But I would imagine even like glass fibre and resin and stuff. Was that a normal thing?
You could get it. It wasn't very good quality, but
No.
but then they were importing it anyway. They were
Right.
getting it in from the States, getting really good resins and foam. They were came over in 2 barrels. You just they mixed the two together and blew it, but they had to make big heavy moulds. To compress it.
It's amazing how thin the glass has got now, isn't it? You know how thin.
Crazy, yeah.
It's like you couldn't measure it hardly, but remember how thick it was years ago? It was like,
Yeah. Two layers of 16-ounce cloth.
Oh God, yeah. No wonder it was so heavy, wasn't it?
Now you got a layer of 6 on the top and a layer of 4 on the bottom.
Or on the bottom, that's right, yeah.
Look, I happen to just have this, but with Bill Bailey. Can you recognise that? Dave will probably. Can you see it?
Yeah.
It was an article I cut out ages ago.
Yeah, that's walking down Town Beach.
Oh, is it?
Zippo.
It's a good article. It's about he died age 75, and it's about
His life, yeah.
Hey, Zippo.
yeah.
Zippo.
Dave,
I know what's coming next.
who was
Can I have a copy of that?
Zippo.
Dave?
Can you-
Bilbo was 2 partners, wasn't it? Bill and who was that? There was a Bob.
Bill and Bob.
Right.
So,
So I
Bob
didn't know
and Bill Bailey. So they call it Bilbo.
Yeah, I know. So where was Bob? Was one of them sort of local to Cornwall?
Yeah, Bill lived in Cornwall.
Yeah.
Bob was an Australian
All right. With
from
you.
Sydney.
Yeah.
He was a lifeguard.
I didn't know it was called Bilbo because of that.
Yeah, I knew it was 2.
There's nothing to do with baggings.
We just recall this.
Oh,
The Surf
it's a
History
great
Channel.
name. I always like the word. Yeah, you know, and the decal and that. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it was good. Yeah.
I bought one of the first Bilbo wooden skateboards as well, about 65.
Yeah.
£5.
If you still,
You know when you opened the shop in Mumbles?
yeah.
So because when I got my my board, me, Terry Greenslade, Neil Page, Mike Cox, we all ordered our boards from Newquay because I remember driving down to pick them up.
That's right, yeah.
Before the Severn Bridge. So the Severn Bridge was opened in, was it 65 or 66? But were you then Newquay then, or had you not started down there?
Yeah, no, I was in Newquay then.
Yeah.
I was there before Bilbo started.
All right.
I would have said it was about early 60s, wasn't it? The Severn Bridge opened.
Yeah.
Well, 65 or 66, because I've got a video up there of Bob Dylan's Bringing It All Back Home, the Michael Scorsese, and he's standing at the jetty of the Beachley Ost ferry.
All right.
And I've got the same picture with the uprights of the first Severn Bridge in the background. And I know that was 65 they were building it.
Yeah.
So I think it was 65 or 66 that we drove down to Newquay to pick out our boards, which we'd ordered more likely by letter, maybe a phone call. We'd written out sizes and specifications, how many stringers, skegs, whatever.
That's what we did, but we did it through Rod Stairs and Capstan House.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah,
Right,
Roger,
yeah, that's right. Took it down to you then, Dave, in Newquay.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
all the boards that were built for Capstan House had a CH on them, and they were numbered.
Rod Owen, wasn't it? Rod Owen.
Roger Owen, that's right.
Yeah, Capstan House. His father ran it as well.
Yeah.
So Dave, you were operating
Still in.
you were operating in Newquay. What, on your before Bilbo then?
No. I was surfing
So are you going?
when Bilbo started. Yeah.
All right. Right, joined him
Bill
then.
Bailey had already built like about 10 boards. I had about number 4, and that's which was a. Have you seen the shot of the 4 guys on Great Western Beach? I'm down on my knees with a board with a blue nose. That was number 4.
All right.
Big board. Brisker Roberts' dad was the big board. That was the next board in the line.
All right.
Oh,
What year was that, Dave?
Would have been I think 63.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you still got a photo?
I got that photo of the beach. Yeah, just all posing on the beach. Yeah.
Can you scan it and get it to me, please?
Yeah, send it down. Yeah.
Excellent, great.
We're great.
Everybody send anything to Con.
Yeah, send it.
Everything goes.
Yeah.
I got a great fucking surf history channel going here, boys. It's going to be good.
Have
This
you?
one. This
Oh,
episode
right.
is really fucking cool, I tell you.
Is it in French? I take it. Is it?
No, no.
Mon
No,
Dieu.
this one, hang on a second. We just heard from the horse's mouth, how the British surf industry started. I mean, you don't get that everywhere, every day of the week, do you? Fucking hell.
No.
And got it from Dave, and Dave was there doing it, you know? That's a wow, man.
That's how you find out things, isn't it? When people tell you. I mean, you got to find out these things now. That's why we got to tell everybody share photos and things.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
You're
how
on
people
YouTube
will
next
keep
week.
going.
You're on YouTube next week, Becky.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're on it, man. That's it. You know, you're going down under the endless summer of surfing, you know?
If you can sing a little song, it'll be even better.
Yeah.
I think it was 72 or 73. I bought one of the first, along with Viv Gans. Viv Gans and I came into a shop there, and we bought the first Mori Boogie bodyboards.
Yeah.
I still got it. Yeah, mistake, but still got it.
So
I
it's
can
your
remember-
fault, so it was your fault, Howard, that they got inundated with tampaxes in the water then?
Well, they were good. You can bend them right up, you know, in the wave. They bend right over.
Yeah.
I can remember my first board. I can remember you had it for, it was a second-hand board, 8'3". I can see the board now, and it was £30. And I can remember saying to my dad, I need £30. And he said to me, I haven't got £30 to give you. He said, the only thing I can do is, because my father worked in the post office all his life, in Mumble's post office a lot of the time, and he sold my premium bonds. Because he was big into premium bonds, and I sold my £30 worth of premium bonds, and I bought my first second-hand board 8'3" off you, you know, where in the shop where Joe's is now.
Oh, right, yeah.
What,
I bought mine.
what colour was it?
It was a white top, white deck, and it was sort of mostly white underneath, but the bottom part of it was red, and it had a green fin.
All right, because I remember one of mine was an 8'3". Had I think it was white deck and a yellowy orange rails, but I think it actually was that colour underneath. It was.
No, this was all white deck, single stringer down the middle, and I think it had like a narrow pin line just inside the rails underneath, and the bottom it sort of scooped out like that, and red on the bottom, and a green. Obviously, they didn't have detachable fins then.
I just had a flashback to it was either my first board or the second. I think my first one, because it was 9 foot 10 or 9'9", 3 stringers, and I think in those days, Dave, did it used to be sometimes a little wooden block on the nose?
Yeah. Those are
I remember that.
Yeah, that 9'10" I bought was £42 in '66. I don't know that one. I don't know if you could see it. Can you that one?
All right.
That one, that's me in Langland. There's no surf that day. John took a picture.
Yeah.
Go back. What's this little wooden block thing?
Tail block and nose blocks.
nose and tail blocks. Yeah.
Oh, right.
You
So,
youngsters don't know
with you.
bugger all, man.
No, I thought there was something nailed to it.
Oh, no. The idea was that they cut because of foam, because you used to always bash your nose, didn't you? Or you dropped it on the tail.
Yeah.
You put in the nose and tail blocks of wood inside, and then you glass over it. Just shake it with the foam.
And that was the fixed legs, wasn't it? Before the slot in ones. I think on my first board, yeah.
Also, it's a good one. We couldn't get any blanks over 9'1" at one time, and for the competitions, it was you had to have a board 9 foot, and they measured it, you know. And so to make a 9 foot board, we needed basically a 9'3" blank, more or less. So what we used to do, we used to cut it and then put a block of wood on the tail, and then just have it. I got a photo of one somewhere. I'll post it up. And just make it longer, you know, and the tail. So then you'd finish at a 9'2". Then it'd be regulation for international competition. Because at the time you couldn't get any longer blanks over here.
You can shoot me down again. Is there regulations now about length of boards?
No.
No.
Yeah.
From long.
The logs. Yeah, for logs you gotta have a log, haven't you? But I think, you know, if it's no regulations, but if you go into a longboard contest with a 9 foot board, they're gonna look at you as if you're a kook or something like that, you know.
Well, who dog's that?
But it's not long enough?
No.
Oh. All right.
Yeah.
But mostly now it's called classic progressive, whereas when I was competing it was like more progressive than classic, because you're doing really re-entries and all sorts of shit. But now they're doing all that, but they got the classic style with it as well. No, it's just amazing.
I was going to say earlier when, I don't know if it was Howard was saying something about all the people out in the reef. I was watching them the other day and there was 3 of them on telephones.
On the reef?
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Sitting out there on the phone. Yeah.
You joking?
Yeah.
No.
Of course, they take your phones everywhere.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, man. come on.
Nightmare.
Like, I can get these waterproof pouches at the top of them.
Oh my God, that's fucking...
But they take everything with them, Con. Car keys, you know, the whole lot now. You can't leave your car keys anywhere now, can you? Unless you leave them in the cafe or something.
Yeah.
Because, you know, the first place people look, isn't it, is under the wheel, you know. It's not the greatest hiding place in the world anymore.
What about the pouches? You know, like the pouch around your neck. That's what I wear with my keys.
Yeah. What, the waterproof ones?
Yeah, it's not very waterproof though. But but the key, you know, it's an old-fashioned car, so the key is like pretty basic.
Right.
You know.
Yeah. Most keys now have batteries, don't they? So, well, but they're not even keys anymore. They're bits of plastic.
Yeah, you'd be buggered, wouldn't you, if it got wet?
Yeah, but